Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film Argo. It takes place in 1979 during the Iranian Revolution. Islamic militants take over the United States Embassy, and then they take 52 people as hostages during the Iranian hostage crisis. But then 6 Americans actually sneak out the back and then hide in the Canadian ambassador's house and live there for a while, and they need to find a way to get them out until Ben Affleck, who plays Tony Menendez, a CIA specialist, he figures out a cover. He makes up a science fiction film called Argo with the help of John Goodman, who plays John Chambers, a legendary makeup artist, and Alan Arkin, a washed-up producer, to start and make a production company and a fake movie so that he can believably go to Iran, act like these people are there for a location scout in Iran because they need exotic locations for a sci-fi adventure. This being 1979, studios would greenlight pretty much anything in the post-Star Wars vein because they really didn't understand what made sci-fi good. So, you know, for every alien, he would get a Saturn VII or something like that. And Argo, I guess, is more in the vein of Saturn VII or Black Hole. It was all a fake movie. They hyped it up in the press. They had it in Variety. They made it so it looked as real as possible. And so Ben Affleck could go into Iran and get these people out and say they're part of a film crew on a location scout. And this really happened in 1979. It is based on a true story of files that were declassified from the CIA. Argo is a very adult film, and it's very adult in the way it organizes its ideas, but it's also still a mainstream movie. It's still very much a mainstream Hollywood thriller. It introduces how basically the circumstances under which the Iranian Revolution happened in a very intelligent way at the beginning, so you're not just thinking these guys are just these faceless bad guys who are indistinguishable from one another, who are coming in and being evil and shooting people. However, if you cut that part out, I would pretty much think that. So it's a nice introduction. It's very smart how they did it with storyboards, and I thought it was a really intelligent way to start it. It's not just taking for granted that you know all of the history of Iran, which I didn't. A little, but not as well as the film presented it, and I think it starts you off so you understand more of what's going on, so you don't immediately think of them as this crazy evil enemy. Seriously though, if that was cut out, there's really no other instances in the film where they view the Iranians as anything but kind of like this crazy country they need to get out of. At the same time, it's, you know, it's very funny, and I like that. I love Alan Arkin's character. Is probably one of the best roles he's had in years. He's great as a Hollywood producer who's full of bullshit and full of lies, but excellent at doing it, and definitely has, I think he does, as much bullshit as he's put up with, he definitely has a soul to him, you know? He can bullshit with the rest of them, but he really, you know, he cares. He's a larger-than-life personality that you'd expect a producer to be. I'm not sure the way they escaped Iran is the way this film portrayed it. I feel like that was played up because this is an expensive Hollywood movie, and it's nice to have an awesome, you know, very tense, like I could feel my heart racing through, you know, him trying to get those people out of Iran. It was very intense and scary, and you know, you weren't sure, even though I was like, I'm pretty sure they make it out because I heard that's how they got them out of there and it's kind of history and all that stuff. But I was still like, oh shit, someone's gonna die. Maybe 5 of them made it out and one guy gets it or something, like, and it felt really close and tense. And that to me felt like very Hollywood-y playing it up. But then, you know, you have these scenes, these introspective scenes of Ben Affleck's character. This makes me actually believe in him as an actor. And he's really kind of understated and silent, but also you can tell on his face that he understands the ramifications of everything he's doing, and it does scare him. He's good at convincing all these people this is going to work out, but then when he's alone in his hotel room, you can tell he's like, this could go really bad for me. And I didn't think he could really pull off a performance like this. This is something that I thought a Ryan Gosling could do. And he's really kind of quiet. He really doesn't overdo it. He doesn't speak very much. He's more of a silent type. Ben Affleck's more of an actor who uses dialogue a bit more, who likes to have these big speeches or something, and he's very good at it. Think of Kevin Smith or The Boiler Room. That's more of what he's known for, and he's playing against type, but he's playing against type so well, I would think this was his type. You have all these neat little 70s character pieces, and then it becomes a Hollywood film as well. So it's a good marriage between the two. What was kind of 70s intelligent adult film with more of, you know, a modern thriller. He really wants to do a Hollywood 70s film. He doesn't want to go too out there. He doesn't want to watch the foreign stuff. He's really into All the President's Men and Network. There was a shot that came right out of All the President's Men. There's definitely a lot of references to other 70s films in the cinematography. However, it's handicapped by the fact that it doesn't really want to go do that fully. It still wants to be a thriller. And I like its little marriage between, but sometimes you could consider it, especially at the end, a little disingenuous, but not too much that it's bad. It doesn't hurt it too much. You could really overlook those parts. But there is a bit too much 2012 movie-ness in Argo, and sometimes it was good at being a 2012 movie and being a 70s film, especially with the handheld camera that they use so much in this film. But other times they went a little too much in trying to still be a current film. So if you have seen Argo and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to.